Oh, I love it.
You do? It's difficult to pull these paintings off well.
So, Jessica Logsdon. Keyhole Gallery. I got it right this time. Last time I called it the Pie Gallery. So what's going on here?
Live painting competition and back. 3 panels, all local artists. We have a model. The idea is to see which artist can paint the model the best. And as you can see, there's acrylic paint. It's difficult to get a lot of gradation.
Yeah. You're kind of stuck with impressionism or abstract.
I will give it to the artist too. They're not using the absolute best brushes.
No, it looks like the one on the end is doing abstract. Bill Drummond and crew.
Yeah, cubist abstract smearing.
And you guys in the middle are doing more as much realism as you can. And
that one on the end closest to us, I don't even know what you would call that, honestly. Not abstract, not realist. Maybe abstract expressionist.
And I see people are tripping over my dog.
He slowed him down in case anyone that didn't buy anything, he's tripping him up.
Yeah, go back in there and buy something. Or I'll bite you.
What do you think of the stuff on the inside?
The stuff on the inside, you changed it up a lot. I didn't get a chance to look at it extensively, but I like it.
There's a lot of people on this show, so it's kind of hard to mingle some of that work together and for it to sort of flow together. The theme was art and anarchy, but I let each artist just interpret it however they wanted to. I was hoping to have more political work, but you don't see very much political art in Kansas City right now.
Do you believe that all art is political in some way or other?
I believe that all art is propaganda. I don't know if it's necessarily all political propaganda.
What's the difference?
Well, propaganda, I would say, is if you create something and you're trying to force your view or perspective on the viewers, whether it be religious or spiritual, emotional.
He is having a hard time tripping over the dog.
She's found her spot and she's not moving.
No, she does that. Usually right in the middle of the traffic.
Yeah. So there's not a lot of political stuff because I think people don't want to criticize the Obama administration right now. And it's very difficult to summarize what's happening economically and politically in just one piece of art. I think artists are having a difficult time interpreting what's happening politically and putting it out there for the masses to understand it. That's why this show I tried to incorporate a lot of dollar bills and money symbols because I think it's hard times. Everyone's thinking about money. They might not be thinking about politics, but they're definitely thinking about money.
Yeah. Oftentimes those things go hand in hand. Well, how much of politics do you think is determined by money?
I think a lot of it. And I think that's why it's important for the artist to try to figure out what's happening politically and economically, and then to try to explain it to the people. That's one of the responsibilities of the artist, is to sort of not only entertain them, but sort of summarize for them quickly what's happening and reflect it in a way they can easily understand it. And I just think it's so confusing that artists are having a difficult time sort of summarizing the political atmosphere, the economic atmosphere. The Democratic Party, the Republican Party has just moved so much into just being one party. And no one wants to say much about Obama because they don't want to be interpreted as being racist or non-progressive.
Well, my next question was going to be, do you think there really is a difference between the Republican and the Democratic Party?
No, I think there's just the corporation party that buys both sides of the aisle, left and right, Democrats and Republicans.
Speaking of which, Bill has mentioned something that's coming up that I thought I recorded, but I guess I didn't get to record. The protests against the corporate citizenship are coming up on Monday.
Right, yeah. And you know, it's it's just going to be a few people come together trying to do something on a grassroots scale, and a lot of people would say, what's the point? It's not going to lead to anything. And most likely, it's not going to lead to a big movement or revolution, but at least if you don't have some people out there expressing what they think about what the corporations are doing right now, then no one's doing it. If no one's doing it, then no one's being educated, no one's expressing their opinions.
Yeah.
And don't we want to live in a free culture where people say what they think? And
well, interestingly, it seems there's a movement afoot on the right to get rid of the 14th Amendment because they don't want citizenship given to people born in this country.
yeah, and I think that the right is almost, in the media, is a big problem too. I think the Democrats and the Republicans are not working for the people, and the media is maybe even worse in that aspect. So, you know, unless there becomes alternative sources of newspaper or radio outlets, or just like this internet streaming TV, where people can get data, then there's just going to be this mass scale propaganda where everything kind of stays the status quo. And people sort of like that. Feels good, that status quo. Because people don't want to change much, I don't think.
Well, as I was just saying, I'm doing a time-lapse recording there, streaming here, recording here, be on YouTube, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
So there's all these means of expressing ourselves at our disposal now.
Yeah, definitely. And I think all these people are out here. I mean, it's a huge crowd. And they want to be entertained, but what else are they seeking from these artists? What do they want?
There was a...
They want some honesty, they want some truth, they want some emotion from the drudgery, some
You think that a lot of artists are not giving that these days?
I think that artists are, there's so many artists at this point. I've heard that there's more artists living in America today than there has been ever in the history of the world. So there's a massive amount of creative people and not enough outlets. And the sort of, they're also really in debt. A lot of them are in debt, and they're just paying off student loans, and they're working a lot, and they're not. And anything that is political or is too honest or too truthful, then you're going to really have a difficult time showing it in a gallery. Because people generally, from what has been in the Crossroads, like to just see safe, decorative things. And when you don't give them those things, they become sort of righteous and outraged and like try to tear the whole thing down and say things like, this places like this shouldn't exist. It's too honest.
Can't make people uncomfortable.
Yeah, and anymore, art has become so safe in our museums. The Kimber Museum, local example, it's ridiculous. Nothing but safe art. People come so used to that when they become confronted with something that isn't safe, they sometimes emotionally don't seem to be able to handle it. And logically, they can't seem to interpret it at all. They can't even combat it with any sort of logic of why it bothers them. They just become sort of like children, emotionally outraged, and then try to do things like call city codes or call police officers or not buy art. I'll tell you, all these people down here, they're not buying anything.
Sometimes it seems like if something is just a bit out of place, like maybe a dog being where it shouldn't be, or somebody doing an art show with chickens.
Yeah.
Then people get outraged, and the cops are called, and instead of protecting people and enforcing laws, it's petty things.
Yeah, and you know, I wish people would invest in art that is pushing the dialogue more. Feel like they're learning something. People should purchase those works of art, or if they're technically proficient. I question the ability of the general public to interpret anything anymore. I mean,
Jeff's light fixture story.
Exactly, light fixtures. People are confused, like what's art on the wall, what's not art.
They all had a broken light fixture and somebody confused it with art.
Yeah, exactly. A light switch. People don't know if that light switch is art or not art because they're just taking on the mentality that everything is art. And so, because everything's art, then they don't have to think about it anymore. We'll just not have any sense of art history or news. I'm good. How are you? I remember.
Remember me?
Yeah. It's been a while though.
You came over with Todd.
Yeah, that's right.
This
Yeah.
happens a lot.
Stained glass, or the cross. Yeah, I remember the cross and the tiles.
Yeah, but I came in. They let me in to look at the gallery one day. I don't know if they told you I came and looked at it.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah, I came in and enjoyed it. But you weren't here, and they had to buzz me in, so...
You're on TV.
Huh?
You're on TV.
All right. What channel?
Internet.
Oh, the internet.
The paperwork done. If not,
What's
it's
your
done.
comment for the show?
To a port location.
Take it off. Take it off.
I
We
know.
need the ratings.
Yeah, we do need that.
Do you really?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. Once that stuff goes out there, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. You might be
keep me
you
from
might be
getting a
want to
job.
be president of the United States
It might
someday.
keep me from getting
Oh,
a
look,
job.
he took his shirt off in that.
It might keep me from getting a job. It might get me a job.
Yeah, it
You
might.
never know.
You may not want the job you can get.
The spies have infiltrated everywhere. Steve is the #1 spy, obviously. With all
You've got cameras everywhere.
I only have 3.
yeah, I mean,
Wow.
1, 2,
anyone's-
3. I've had up to 6. I
Yeah,
did 6 the last time.
Cool. Well, it's nice meeting you, Phil. Steve. What are you, the Steve the cameraman?
Well, I'm doing this for a blog. Slowboatakc.com.
What is it? You got a car?
Yeah, I
check
wish
it
I
out.
did. I have a car, but I don't have a
It's
car.
KC what?
SlobodaKC.com.
SwobodaKC.com. I will go look.
Yeah.
Get on the computer.
You still
Where's
have my
yours?
info?
You never, I did, but you never contacted me, so.
Yeah, I did. I called you, remember?
No, you never called.
Yes,
you
I
called somebody
did.
else that was.
No, I
You
called
called
you.
my son Miles. My son, people call my
How
son.
did I get that
My
from?
son's
Must have got that from this. I called
You
you.
talked to Miles.
I don't
Miles
know.
is
I
like,
said,
oh,
are you
okay.
bringing your stuff?
Yeah, that's probably what. Yeah, okay.
Really?
Yeah, he got in an accident 2 weeks ago, and he gave insurance cards that were like from a company 3 years ago or something.
Oh, I got you, man. Well, I really did call you. I wanted to put your stuff in.
Okay, well, I know you remember. But
Swear,
yeah, now
man.
you remember me. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, my son just, he probably thought, he thought like it was like code or something.
I told Todd I called you. He didn't tell you?
Todd never told me anything.
Really? Well, I told Todd.
Okay, well, you have an invitation to come over anytime you want to. So.
Nice. Okay, well, call me if you want to put anything in.
Well, I am going to call you, but you didn't have a phone the last time. Remember, I gave you my phone number, but you didn't.
Oh.
You
I didn't have a cell phone. I got the cell phone.
You do have one now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I told Todd he was coming down here,
I saw
but he
him
didn't make
earlier.
any comment or anything on the internet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Are you on the internet? So are you on Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to FB you, and then we'll be friends.
That would be the best.
Okay. That will be good, won't it?
Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see you later.
All right. Bye.
The most real show
I
on
like
the
that
internet.
guy. I like that guy because he's an artist, but he's an ordinary guy, and he took the time to collect one artist, and he collected as much of this one artist stuff, like his whole life. And it's pretty good. He was one of Nerman's students at the Art Institute, but I like the idea. If you're gonna support art, maybe just pick one artist and actually make it good instead
Be a
of
patron.
instead of just trying to buy shit here and there, But yeah, so that's why I like that guy.
Yeah.
It's difficult working with artists. I called that guy. I asked that guy many times to hang his shit in December because he had these religious crosses, and then he just said that he didn't call. So it's like I don't know what he didn't get the message, or I don't know. It happens all the time now. It seems like.
Well, you have a good crowd tonight.
Yeah, there is a lot of people. But none of these people are buying anything. I don't know what to do to get them to buy anything. I mean, should I go up to
I
every...
think that goes back to the first part of what you were saying.
Yeah.
The recession, or Bill was calling it the Great Depression.
Yeah, it is great. Maybe that's the problem. But I think people are just, on top of it, uneducated about art, or maybe they're used to paying more for art than they should. I mean, a lot of that stuff in there I don't think should be very expensive. I try to convey to the artists that maybe they should lower their prices. I've lowered my prices, you know, and I've generally sold more stuff by doing so. So, I don't know though.
Do you have a catalog online?
No, I don't.
But you do have contact information and everything.
Yeah, and I have all my stuff online, but I don't have all the artist stuff online. And I have all the Keyhole artists online, and if the artist has websites, then you can look at their stuff from my website at www.jessicalogsdon.com.
All right. Well, is there anything else that we could add? Sitting and enjoying the air conditioning.
What should art be about now? What do we need to be talking about? People don't really seem to want to talk about politics or economics. I don't know. Should we just be pushing technical proficiency?
I don't know. I think that people should step back and look at it from a distance and see what they like. You know, like when you're doing a painting and you're like this close to it, and your teacher always said, step back, see what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think people should step back and see what they're doing in life, and if they want to invest in art, they should get what they enjoy and help somebody out, that help push somebody forward.
Yeah, and in the meantime, I will say that all the institutions of art are doing nothing for the artists. The museums, the universities. I mean, if anything, they're just bringing them down by not paying them anything. The not-for-profits have sort of caused a great degradation of the arts because it's eliminated competition. You can't compete with a not-for-profit who has this tremendous amount of resources if you're just a little gallery like me.
Well, you mean that not everybody should get a blue ribbon? Not everybody should get a pat on the back for putting out garbage?
Yes and no. I mean, what I've done here is that I've allowed any artist that wants to participate, and then you increase the competition with the idea that the art becomes better by allowing more people to participate and seeing what other people can do.
If the public comes out and they see...
Yeah, that's right. Thanks for coming, man. Film festival.
We were wondering where you were.
Right. Hey, y'all are on TV.
I know.
Huh?
Y'all are on TV.
I know, you got your little...
What do you think of the live painting?
Oh, you're interviewing them.
Yeah, I got to turn it so we can see people talking.
Really pretty cool, though, I must say. Yeah, they're good.
Oh, man. See, we came up here and we ruined your interview.
Oh, that's all right.
It is.
Huh?
Doing any murals?
I'm trying to get a little one just to finish up, but maybe next time if you guys do it again, I'll come up.
Nice.
All right.
It'll be better weather. It'll be nice.
This is great weather.